welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
The punter, Bradley Pinion, will handle kickoff duties. And off we go from Minneapolis. Price now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Vikings come out. Technically, it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy. But really, it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
Mike, when you put the film on of J.J. McCarthy, what really jumps off the screen is his ability to display footwork both inside and outside the pocket. And those movement throws, especially in today's NFL, they are so critical. On top of all that, he has a lot of trust in his arm. He's not afraid to attack tight windows. If he can continue to develop, continue to hone this obvious talent, he could really be a special player in this league. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
First down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3. He runs straight ahead with Jones. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Vikings first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. It's up and good. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, 0.
Record out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Brings up second and
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. London brought in motion. You're going to go play action with Penix. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. Third down coming up. From the gun on third down. Here's Penix. Right side, catch me by McLeod. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming down.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Well, you can tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On play action, Penix. That caught left side by Pitts. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down, and it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
They'll run the sneak. They're going to bring him down to the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. First down, picked up on the ground.
First down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. Now it's 2nd and 1. It's flat, caught by McLeod. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
They'll throw, and the blitz gets there, and he lost the football. And the Vikings have the takeaway. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays. And that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
To 2nd and 10.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
This is one of those plays where you either have to just eat it or you got to make a better decision on where you throw that ball, because you continue to throw the ball into these crowds, especially under pressure, you're going to turn the ball over, balls are going to get tipped up in the air, and bad things are going to happen. So fortunately for him, it winds up incomplete, but got to expect better decision-making as the game goes on.
Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
First down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield. Nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide. Well done.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
Justin Jefferson. An 8-yard gain.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Reichert's kick is good. And the Vikings can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Second now of this first half as this one is away. Ray McLeod going to bring it out. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hansen and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Woo! And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The
Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with first and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Throw across his body is complete. And he's taken down just shy of midfield. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion. You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Falcon first down.
There's two elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. This is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 brings up second down at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's second down and 5. They'll go again with Robinson. The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Falcons are on the board. It's 10-7.
Falcons 7.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway.
Bradley Pinion.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Ty Chandler now to bring it back. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready for their first possession of this second half.
26-yard line.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies, but the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass, and I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
On second down, here's McCarthy. A throw left side, taken in by Thielen. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. This is 3rd and 6. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. Pitts is the man in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he's good. Get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. That'll be a first down, a gain of 10. 1st and 10. We'll go play action now with Penix. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
On 2nd down, Penix. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Penix. Short throw taken by Penix. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Andrew Van Ginkel in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. They'll come up now for second down. They'll drop to throw. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. I'm up.
A 9-yard gain.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's third down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. Now, first and goal. They'll run with Robinson. Try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Now a timeout. That's their first. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. From the gun, here is Penix. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on the line, and the result is a touchdown.
Falcons 14, Vikings 10.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Price now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. This is first and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He's got his man, Jefferson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And the Vikings.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock.
First down.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
Running is Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 45. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. As the clock is stopped with 21 seconds to go in the game.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
At the 17-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Minneapolis.